Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you're enjoying the new year as much as I am. And I did hear there's only 73 more days till spring, so that makes me very happy too, even though we've had a mild winter. But speaking of winter, our project for this week, we're going to do some painting again. And we are going to paint this winter scene, winter forest scene. And this is going to be a lot easier than you think. So stay tuned, I'll get my materials ready, tell you what you need, and we'll get ready to go. All right, let's get started here. So like I said, this only requires a few materials, and you can kind of mix and match things. On this one, I did this on a foam core board. It's like cardboard essentially, but it is white. And this one I'm going to try on a canvas panel, so this is going to have a little bit different texture to it. It might come out a little bit different than the one I did here, but we'll see how it goes. You'll also need some paint. So for the background, I've used a gradation of blue. So I go kind of from darker at the bottom where the ground would be to lighter up through the sky. So I've got, a phthalo blue here I'm going to use, and I have some black, and I have some white. And then also I have some string, and you'll see in a little bit what we're going to do with this. Paintbrushes, I've got a business card, we're going to use this too. And then I have myself some paper towels because I do tend to make a mess. And I've got a damp one too, so I can kind of wipe things off. So the first thing we'll do is we want to set down the base for the painting. So I'm going to make this kind of simple and show you sort of how I did this background. Might need a little more, but here's my black. So this is the bottom of my painting. And then I've got some blue. There we go. These can get a little clogged up sometimes. So we'll need a fair amount of blue here. We'll just start kind of laying that down. Here I have an abstract going here already. And then I'm going to take some white, because I'll be blending these colors. This is kind of fun. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. All right, so I'm going to start with a brush. I've got kind of a flat brush here, a little bit wider, and I'm just going to go in and start painting. Now I've got a lot of black down here, so I'm probably going to wipe some of that off. I don't want it to get too dark. But you can kind of go back and forth and willy-nilly here. Wipe a little more of that black off. Whoops, I lost my light. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, now see, there's a lesson for you. I used way too much paint on this. Did not need that much. And then I'll start with my lighter up here and bring that down into where I think it's too dark. So it's all gonna work out. Pretty fun, huh? So cover your whole thing, kind of blend these in. There you go. All right. Now I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to use this as a blending tool. So I'm going to start down here. This will lift up a lot of this paint. It's also going to give it kind of an interesting mottled look for the background, which I like. All right, so I'm going to get a fresh towel here and keep going at this for a little bit until I get what I want here. And then this is going to take a little bit to dry, so I got way too much paint on here, folks. Lessons learned. All right, so you can kind of see what's going on here. The colors are starting to blend from dark at the bottom to light. And that's what I was going for. So I think I will do a little more here at the top and then leave this be. All right, we'll let this dry for a little bit and then we will come right back and finish it off. Okay, everything is dry, so we're going to do the fun part now. So here's the top. I've got just a little bit lighter up there and then darker on the bottom where the ground would be. So I have a paper plate and I've got this white paint on the plate. Just put a little bit more on there. And then I took some yarn. Now you can use, excuse me, you can use string or you can use yarn, but you want something not too thick, but not too thin either. We have some real thin string and I don't want to use that. So I'm going to put a glove on because I want to coat this piece of yarn in paint. And I'm also going to move this over for a minute, give myself some room here. So let's see. We'll just dip this in here. And you've got to coat it so it's wide enough to cover your whole board. And I don't want too much paint on here. That's why I'm doing it this way instead of soaking it. All right, that should be pretty good. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky until you get used to what you're doing. Nope, I need a little bit more. It's got to be wide enough to go from top to bottom here. So just a little more, and I think that'll do the trick there. Okay, so you want to hold your string really taut, and you're going to just lay it down and pull it towards you. There you go, just like that. So there's one of your trees. Okay, I've got that a little bit thicker at the bottom than I do on top. Now I'm not going to recoat this time. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a different angle and do a narrower tree here. And if you want to give it a little edge, you can kind of pull your string back and forth across there. All right, I really like how this is coming out already. See how simple that is? So we're just going to continue on. You can do some straight up and down. Make it a little edge. My canvas is a little bit bowed, I see. That's why I'm getting more paint at the top and bottom. A little more on there. And we'll go sideways. We'll do a thicker one right here. Isn't that cool? And we'll do a thin one. I'm going to put a little more paint in the middle here. Yeah, there's some other little tricks you can do too when we finish this that I'll show you. But I just like to keep going all the way across the canvas with these trees, top to bottom. Give that one a little definition. Make this one lean a little bit. Yeah, you don't want them all straight up and down. Make everyone a little bit different. That'll give you a lot more interest. And just keep recoating your string as necessary. I'm going to put another one kind of going off the page over here. And We've got room for about 2 more, so we'll do a little thicker one. And one kind of going off the page over on this side. All right. So we're finished with that part. We'll hold that up and see how it looks. There you go. I'm kind of liking that. Now, for a little more interest, I want to put in some branches, and that's where I'm going to use this card that I had. Here it is. Okay. So this is just a regular business card. It happens to be Miss Perry's here at the library. And I'm going to take the edge of this and I'm going to dip it in my paint. I don't want too much paint on there, so I'm going to kind of swipe it off. That should be about right. Oops, I just had a little dripsy, but that's okay. We'll cover that up. Okay, so then I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to make some branches coming off the trees. I don't want too many, but I just want to add a few in there, and I'll do some grasses down here at the bottom. Just gives it a little more interest so the trees aren't quite so stark. So you can see how simple that is. Put some more down here at the bottom. All right, so we're just about done with this. You can curve this if you want to get a little different look. Got another little spill, so we'll just turn that into some weeds here at the bottom. There we go. Okay, so you've got your winter tree scene. Another thing you can do if you want to, and I don't happen to have one with me, but if you take a toothbrush, a dry toothbrush, dip that in paint, and take your finger and just kind of spray it. Of course, you want to have your clothes covered. You'll get what looks like snow. So I may try that to finish my painting off. All right, everyone, thanks for being with me today. I enjoy doing these projects, and I hope you do too. If you do try one, send us a picture. We'll put it on our Facebook page. And we will see you every Thursday at 7. If you missed something or if you want to go back to a project, you can always go to our Facebook page and scroll down our videos and see what we have there. And we also have a YouTube channel, so you can catch us there as well. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.